Good morning. This is the how many times? 10th time or something that I'm greeting you, just in case you're joining us for the first time, because we are shifting gears. We have just come from the career space and now we're moving to the political scene, and we had touched this earlier when we were doing our banter with Brian Sakwa and Banning Dollar. So now we're going deep into whatever we were talking about, and what's making headlines, of course, we know is the matter of the impeachment of our deputy president. So let me get some insights from our experts here with us. I have Tony Rotich to my right. He's an expert in political science. He's not new here. He's been here before. And we also have Billion Ojiwa rather, who's the founder and director of the Billion Music Family Resource and Leadership Center, and in this space he's a political expert. So we're going to discuss the political scene in Kenya. Karibuni sana, gentlemen.
Thank you for having us.
All right, so let me start with you, Tony. What do you think of the political climate in Kenya currently?
Okay, thank you. The political climate now in Kenya is very high. Ile wanasema temperatures increase.
It's increasing, yeah?
Yeah, so I think we are heading in a very wrong direction. Very, very wrong direction as a country. What is happening right now in Kenya, we never expected this one. And if we continue like this, I think we will not enjoy the happy ending of this thing. So I think the political class should now sit down and rethink. Are we heading the right direction? Is this country going where we wanted it to be? Because right now, as we speak, political temperatures all over the country with the yes or no. But at the end of the day, it will end up being tribalic. It will end up people saying this tribe will collude, then they fight us. You know, in this country, we all believe in tribal. Even the way we live, even in our communities, people live in tribal lands. That's why you find out that sometimes you find Merus fighting with the Somalis. You find Tugens fighting with Pokots. You find Masais with Kalenjins in border, Kisumu. So we're living in tribal. And if we continue with these political temperatures the way it is, it will end up being a tribal thing. It will not be now the impeachment. It will be
so
the tribal.
it might get to a tribal...
another thing, and it will create another thing from politics.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And we'll get back to that after we hear from Billion. What do you think of the current political climate in Kenya?
No, thank you for having me. First of all, you know, we are a political country. We discuss politics a day after election. We start the circle of politics. So one, I am not surprised because I know people have been working behind the scenes. We've been seeing political alignments happening already. But now the impeachment of the deputy president will take us to another political space. What I talked about, what Rotich talked about, you know, I've been to Rift Valley, and sometimes, you know, the national politics affects how people live in their communities.
Yeah.
And if you look at the Rift Valley, the most communities that are there, the Kalenjins and the Kikuyus. And now the direction that the politics is taking now, it looks like it's a loggerhead between the Kalenjins and the Kikuyus, and that's what we don't want to experience now. But I love it that because now it has given Kenyans a space post-Mandamano to be able to speak again. You know, when the Mandamano came to an end, there were no open spaces for people to air out their views. And I am sure the president has been following, and even the people in the government have been seeing what is happening.
Yeah.
It's not even about the vice president. If you look at the voices out there, people are like, if you're going, it's Makanga and driver. Yeah, so it's loud, and people are becoming so bold. So they might be thinking that their space, the way they always do their things as the political class playing the chess. But this is more than the chess. The chess game that they've been playing. This is Kenyans now know what is right. Kenyans now know what they want. And they are coming out boldly. Our parents used not to speak the way we are speaking. We would always agree to whatever is happened. And If we are speaking, it will be on low tones. But now people are loud, people are bold. And it's going to be interesting to see what will happen after this.
Okay.
And if I was the president, I would cool down, work with the deputy president until the end of the term. And then we can talk about it, because we are not sure what he will come to tell. Kenyans will always ask him what happened between you and your vice president.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I will just stick with you before I go back to Rotich. On what you have just spoken of, the political scene, what's happening, and what the people are saying, you know, it's different. You know, it's no longer utasema ni opposition wanasema hivi, this particularly they saying this, because we saw kwa ground what people are saying. And when you look at the votes, a majority of people are saying no, actually. No, we don't want the deputy president to go. But it's not like they want the deputy president to stay. They want both of them to leave. Kufa dereva, kufa makanga. That was the slogan that was going around. And you would see a youth, you know, one of the youths that trended, the lady from Eastland, you know, she spoke out her mind, and it came from a place of frustration, that we are tired, from a place of honesty. And what people are making of it is that this generation is that generation that you would give them money, you will give them lunch, but they will still speak out their minds, you know, at the end of the day. And they know their rights, and they will say it as it is. So what do you think what kind of challenge is it posing to the government, and should the government be keen to take action on this, or should they just you know, go about as business as usual?
Unfortunately, I thought they learned from the Mandamano. As a politician, one of the things that we do is, you know, we are almost or past mid-term since we had our elections. And the Mandamanos happened in between there, and the voices were clear, and people were on the streets. And the moment you see the middle class on the streets, there's always a message that is being passed. They didn't take the message clear. And because these are people that you cannot manipulate with money to vote, to think, or to, you know, act the way we saw what happened to Morara the other day. The middle class, they're people who have their things together, and they genuinely need to see a change in their lives. They want to see the stable jobs. They want to see the deductions, the people who pay taxes.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate that the government is creating another scenario where we're having political discussions. If I was them, we would play cool and try and change a few things. They have not learned, they have not changed anything, and they're back with another high political temperatures. And people are looking at it like, you know what, we are tired of you all the time trying to koroga us. This is korogaing people. You come with your issues, you expect us to be always supporting whatever thing you come up with. And as I mentioned, the voices of the people are clear. Even those who have always been, you know, playing to the tune of the politicians, they're changing. We saw what the comrades, the UDA comrades chapters, when they started launching the comrade chapters, trying to get to persuade young people to subscribe to, you know, to the agendas of the government. The people, they're clear. They're like, this is not happening. We don't even care about what you guys do, but we care about what affects us, our lives in day-to-day, what affects our day-to-day lives. So I believe this charge is we needed something to trigger this, and they've triggered it themselves. So we are going to see a lot more civic engagements, discussions, and people, it could be a punishment. My worry is whenever we are emotionally attached to politics, we tend to make wrong decisions, because when it comes to the next election, if people are tired with the president, they don't care who is on the other side. They don't even have expectations from them. They will just make a radical decision and say, we don't want you, we will pick any alternative. Yeah, so I hope that, you know, as we try to strive, we also get candidates that are able to...
Worthy.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Now coming to you, Rotich, you know, when you're talking about the political climate, you are worrying that it could lead to a tribal issue in the country. But don't you think that Kenyans are past that? Gen Z are past, because one of the slogans that Gen Z were using is tribeless, you know, and that's still what they're holding on to. Do you think that that will influence the generation, or will the tribal factor only be with the, I don't know if millennials are influenced, but they might be some bit of millennials, and the other generation, Gen X and the rest?
You know, the issue here is, you know, the problem of this country is our members of parliament. They're the ones who are making these laws for this country. And they are the ones, in fact, in this impeachment motion, they were the ones who brought this impeachment. They're the ones also who distributed these public participation papers to wananchi. And when you find out the way they were approaching their people, they're approaching their people on their tribe. You know, like my members of parliament, somebody will tell his people, oh, you know, this person wanted to remove, to overthrow the power of our person. You know, this person, when we go to his office, this person is chasing us out. He doesn't want us, you know. So that's the first thing there is tribal. You want to chase our person, not even our president. They're saying you want to chase away our person. You want to overthrow the government of our person. He's sabotaging our government as a tribe, not as a Kenya, you know. And the issue of Gen Zs or this generation of today, let me tell you one thing. If you want to know the reality of a person, you just give him alcohol and you'll know the truth of him. So we, the Kenyans, now we are drunk of reality and the truthness we have in ourselves. You know, those people who were in Bomas, they were bait, fine. They were given money, fine. But the reality in them is that they don't want this government. They are tired. Let me tell you, people are tired. It's that we don't have anybody or any advisors to tell the president that the Kenyans are very tired of you. They are very much tired. Let me tell you, even his home village, people are tired because every day you tengua, tengua. So people are saying like, so these things you are tenga, and it's reality.
And
I can even use an example of my constituency. I'm telling you the reality. The president came and said, I'm tendering this dam. I'm putting 5 billion. The contractor will be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
We are still waiting for tomorrow. We've never seen the contractor.
The tomorrow has never come.
It has never come. So the people are saying, where is this? Where is
Time
this
is
dam?
Where
is this dam? So the people are tired. You know, when you lie to me today, you lie tomorrow. You lie the next day. So I'll be just like, okay. I know even next when you come, I know this person will lie to me. So I'll keep cool and leave it. Because I know every day you lie. So now when, you know, in this country, good people are the liars. And the truthful people are the bad. You know, when the deputy president come out and say, like, I'm a truthful man. So which truth do you want to say? You know, which truth of this government do you want to say? So everybody is worried of you. Will you say that I have stolen something? You know, you find out even the deputy president doesn't know anything about Adani. So the deputy president, even me, I'm hearing Adani. So you find out which country are we in. So what I want to say, that our members of parliament, and I want to address them categorically, that you are the problem of this country. You remember the finance bill? They are the ones. They were about to ban this country. We lost a lot of youths because of them. Because we were very genuine. We told them this thing is fake.
People don't want
it. Yeah, this thing we don't want. Can we go back? We do a nice finance bill, then we pass it. But they refused. Oh, you know, these Gen Zs, ni watoto wadogo. At the end of the day, we lost a lot. This government was to go somewhere else, we don't know. So our members of parliament are the ones messing this country up completely. And they are the ones also lying to the president. I want to ask, like Majority Leader Kimani Ichung'wah, when he goes to State House, who anaambia nini president when they sit down like this? What do you tell the president? Do you tell the president country is okay? Do you tell the president that your leadership is fine? Do you tell the president the economy is good? You know, those are the questions we should ask these people.
And he tells the president, you are anointed from heaven, yeah?
Do they go
You're a
with
blessing
praises?
in this country, yeah?
And also, we have a problem. And this one is very serious. This one now touches the Christianity. You know, maybe these people, because they are Christians, you know, the president and deputy are Christians. And somebody said, if the Christians cannot unite, if the Christians cannot forgive themselves, what about us who are not believing in, what about us, which is hard for us to be Christians? You know, if the president and the deputy president are genuine people, they could have reconciled. Because we don't know what happened with them. They know themselves. They know reality of themselves. So fighting the deputy president will not solve the problem of this country for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what, let me go back to you, Billion. What do you see happening tomorrow? Because tomorrow is when we are having the impeachment, and the deputy president has been given 2 hours. And we know that the deputy president, there's a possibility, if he wants, then he can choose to resign today. Because, again, if he doesn't resign and he's impeached, then he can never be vie for any political office. Yeah. So what do you see happening tomorrow if he goes for the impeachment?
First of all, if you look at the deputy president, I was a candidate in Mathare last election under the UDA ticket. So I had a privilege of interacting as the Nairobi parliamentary caucus. The Nairobi, I was able to interact with the deputy president, with the president, and I love the cordial relationship that they had and the working relationship they had. So sometimes I'm bothered because, you know, the political such engagement brings a stop to development in the country. So right now, instead of looking at how can we help our people, we are looking at who is living, who is next, who is allied to him. So this kind of conversation changes things. But I'll tell you for sure, the deputy president always says he's a truthful man. So being a truthful man, he's ready to go till the end. And I keep telling people around us that he has nothing to lose. If you look at his political journey, he was a one-term member of parliament. And how did he become a member of parliament? After losing his brother. He was picked. He never knew that he would get to a level of the deputy president. So for him, where he sits, he has achieved a lot. And even if you look at the history of deputy presidents becoming president, it only happened with the current president. The other deputy presidents have never been able to make it to be president. So for him, he has achieved one thing that he wants to do. As a truthful man, he wants to set things clear. He's ready to sacrifice, because politics is not just about being in a position. It's about the way Raila sometimes, he's not elected, but you're in a position where you can pull strings, you have influence. So for him, he doesn't want to go down as a tribalist, as somebody who tried to sabotage the president, but he wants to go down as a truthful man. So I see him going till the end. I've seen him assemble a battery of legal minds. But I also feel, you know, the allegations, the misconducts that have been
charged against him.
Yeah, I think he's gonna talk more. You know, he's a speaker, and he speaks, he shares what he knows. So we are going to see more. And as Kenyans, if we have a privilege of knowing who is, because everybody is stealing, if we are able to be told, you know,
this one is the one behind this
and Adani and all that, then we'll be, I think people will start being careful with how they interact and how they lie to us in churches. In parliament, I've seen a couple of guys going back to their home constituencies I would love also to know your home constituency, just for the record. But I've seen a lot of MPs going back to their home constituencies, and the voice is clear. So I'm seeing a shift for those few that will remember what happened to them in Parliament during the Gen Z
walisalimiwa kidogo.
Walisalimiwa. I feel there are few who will change their positions. I know the ODM parliamentary team are meeting today, this morning. I know there are few who didn't even sign that, who are jittery about the conversation and the feeling. We can't be bamboozles. You're told to go left, you go left. When it's right, you go right. So there'll be a shift in positions.
Okay.
There are already a few shifts in positions from different MPs that signed. And they're saying we only wanted to see a constitutional process happening, but it doesn't mean that I'll vote yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's going to be an interesting
one.
Yeah.
I'm curious about what Rotich thinks will happen tomorrow. Do you see the president having a change of mind? Because we have not seen the president speak on this. He's been quite silent. And silence, of course, speaks a lot. And we know that even the people who voted yes are majorly, you know, representing what the president really wants. So do you think that the president might have a change of heart today, because today is the only day that's remaining?
You know, in this country, we do laugh so much. When we have already entered the mess, then we realize that it was wrong. You know, when we say this thing is wrong, and when you saw the last Friday public participation, the Voices of Kenya, and let me tell you, if that public participation was to be of the president, I'm telling you, even people who are in abroad, they could have flew to Kenya to attend that public participation. If it was for the president, because if you see the people are saying, no, start with the driver. No, driver or water. Because if you find out those people, they were like, if it's this one, no, let them be whole. Or if not this one, wapaki water, ama waende water. So if as a student of politics, most people are tired with the driver. Because everybody is saying, why this man? I think it could have been all of them. Because people are saying, so the one who is putting us in this mess is the driver. So in fact, let me tell you, we don't have problem with the conductor. I'm not even defending him. I want to ask you, and I want to tell you something. You remember 2018 when President Uhuru handshaked with Raila Amolo Odinga? They left William Ruto, then the deputy president, to do his own things. You know, so I'm worried, why the president? If you want nyanganye chopper, chukua kila kitu, leave him. To have that of deputy president, then you work for the people. Uhuru Kenyatta worked for this country 2018 to 2022 without a deputy president, because he was working alone, doing his own projects, moving around the country as the president alone. And the deputy president was out there saying, oh, kama serikali tutaweka hii. Then now it has come, he's the president and he has a deputy president.
And he's saying that...
And he's saying now...
He can't... Okay, the MPs are saying that...
The MPs are saying this man is concentrating with Mulima. You know, when you see or when you read the responsibilities of a deputy president, he's a principal assistant to the president. He's always await to be assigned any duty. And I've been asking even my member of parliament, which duty that the president assigned to this man, and he has not worked on it, or he absconded that duty. They are not even, but the only thing they will tell you, oh, this man wanted to overthrow the government. Which overthrow the government, and we the people, we told them this finance bill was bad. And I want to tell you one thing. If the president wants to impeach, or the members of parliament impeach the deputy president right now, I'm telling you, and keep it for record, if they will impeach the deputy president, even the ones who are impeaching him will not be happy, because nobody knows who will be the next deputy. Let me, you know, now we will say, I will impeach Gachagua and I'll give to this man. But now when that office is vacant, everybody will come with his own interest. And the opposition will say, we signed the signatures and we remove this person, we won't share. So Mount Kenya East, it will be another political. Then the president will be in a boardroom also with them. They fought in boardroom to find out. We give to the ODM side Mount Kenya East or Mount Kenya Central. And it will be a political fight. Then there will be losers, recreates, and achievers.
Wow.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that is still ahead, either way.
So even I've been telling my member of parliament, What's wrong with you?
What's your...
My constituency is Baringo Central, and I've been telling my member of parliament, impeaching deputy president will not add you anything. It will not add you CDF. It will not bring them to our area. It will not change the reality of Adani. It will not change the problems from NHIF to SHA. It will not change our livelihood. So yes, kid, what can I do? I abstain. Leave it. When they are voting tomorrow, go to abroad, go to Mombasa, enjoy your life, leave it. Else. Yeah, because it's not your fight. Why are you fighting?
And people were saying, one of the things that people were saying when giving their feedback was that we do not see some MPs normally when they're discussing other important issues, but when they're impeaching the president, then they're there.
You know, this thing is reality. That's why I've been telling people, don't ever trust a politician. A politician doesn't ever want anybody who is successful or to succeed in life. Imagine they are paying, they have money, they have time to attend a public participation to do injustice to somebody else. But the day I want members of parliament to call us to bomb us and give us TAC letters, I want members of parliament to call us to bomb us and give us CDF. When?
It's not.
We are now in a mess of SHA. Nobody has called us to public participation. They just moved us. You wake up in the morning, you find a message, you have been transferred from NHIF to SHA. We woke up with and somebody saying that the Adani is taking over airport. No member of parliament has just to say that airport is going. Now, but when the deputy president is going, all of them are out. That umutu aende.
What makasirika. Now, because you've mentioned the other areas, I just want us to touch on them a bit even as we close. We have had a Adani deal, and it's not even clear yet whether we still have our airport or not. And the issue to do with SHA, it's already implemented, right? And people are suffering in the hospitals. You'd see that they have not been, the transfer has been an issue, and getting admission, getting treatment has been a problem. So what should the people do? What should the government do? What should be the next course of action?